It's an all-new championship in 2008, and the Mini Challenge this weekend heads to a brand new circuit for it. It's Goulburn's Wakefield Park for round 2 of the 2008 championship, and there's a full field of turbocharged pocket rockets lined up for the latest round of the series. Jim Beam Racing's Will Davison joins me in commentary. This is the ideal circuit for these cars.
I couldn't think of a better place to take one of these little minis. Unassumingly quick cars, some great drivers, 1,150 kilos. Throw them around this circuit. As you can see, a very quick turn one. Couple of tricky overtaking spots here that the guys will be looking for, especially for the fast turn 6, turn 7, trying to make a sneaky move up the inside into turn 8, and down to the run into turn 10 will be where you'll see plenty of action today.
The track measures in at 2.2 kilometres. It's one of the shortest on the 2008 calendar, but it's the first time for Mini Challenge here, but it was Paul Stokel who really got his weekend started early. Qualified on pole position, took race 1 quite comfortably in the Deco Rug Motorsport car, but it does come at a price.
It means a lot of hard work. Yeah, we're starting from grid 6, so they reversed the top 6. We've got a bit of a weight penalty this weekend as well after Eastern Creek, so it's going to be a bit of fun. You know, it's a tight, twisty track here. It's got a few overtaking places, but it's not easy to do it, you know, unless someone makes a mistake. And I'm hoping that's not me, so I can actually get a bit of advantage, but looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Cars on track now for race 2, and in the Mini Challenge, we invert the top 6 from race 1. So Gary Young will start on the front row of the grid alongside Paul Fiore. Neil McFadden, the championship leader, is next, but he's carrying 25 kilograms this weekend.
That's the new exciting thing about this category. 1, they're reversing the top 6, and 2, because Neil was so successful at Eastern Creek, they're penalising him, so it gives these other guys a chance to really try and win a race.
Kevin Miller, a debutant at the back of the field from the Australian GT Championship, but it's Gary Young, the left of screen. Paul Fiore from Western Australia in the newly liveried Shell Helix machine from the jump. On the run towards turn 1, the front-wheel drive minis are off and racing. Nathan Gear in car, up the inside.
Great move there, actually. It was quite a... Oh.
McFadden will fight. But Gear is up to the task. If he can hang on the outside there, he's on the inside for the next one, but he can't quite slot in.
That was good racing. Gear had a, quite a big lunge into turn 1. Neil left him a bit of room. They ran side by side all the way up to turn 2. They've both got through unscathed.
A busy first lap in the Mini Challenge at Wakefield Park. Back in car with Paul Fiore going for the lead. Nice move.
Exactly what I was talking about before. They came through the fast turn 7. And Fiore's just done a great move up the inside into 8 there and took him by surprise.
And now Neil McFadden, the championship leader, goes around the outside, and Gary Young's got Gear coming up the inside too, so he's gone from the lead to 4th in a couple of corners.
Awesome, these identical cars. There's absolutely nothing between the speed of them. It's very exciting to watch. Momentum is everything in a car like this. As soon as you scrub off some speed, you're going to get done by 4 or 5 cars.
Turbocharged front-wheel drive machines down into turn 2, and here come the Deco Rug boys, Paul Stokel and Grant Denyer, who is a busy man this weekend, driving also in the Fujitsu V8 supercars at Wakefield Park. On the run back up the hill, they're both past Gary Young, who has decided to focus on the Mini Challenge this weekend, not running in the Aussie racing car for the Super Cheap Auto team, but Paul Fiore clearing away.
He is. Great job by Paul. Quite an experienced driver from WA, and being able to show what he's got. Single make, no excuses.
Nathan Gear showing what he's got. He really impressed us at Eastern Creek. He sits 4th on points in the championship, and after a one-off at Eastern Creek has decided that he likes what he sees in the Mini Challenge. He's going to stick around for the full season.
Yeah, these guys love driving these cars, and for Gear to be up there with the likes of Stokel, McFadden, Denyer, Fiore, I mean, these are very experienced guys, and he's doing an unbelievably good job.
Paul Stokel making a move on his own teammate down there at turn 10 now. Paul's carrying 15 kilograms of weight ballast from finishing 2nd in the opening round at Eastern Creek, and Grant's carrying 10 kilograms. You want to think these guys were teammates here?
No, that's pretty exciting. The team boss will be there, teeth shaking, I think. Great looking cars, those Deco Rug cars, and these guys are at it hammer and tongs.
The run back up the hill, the 4-cylinder turbocharged machine. It's good for about 154 kilowatts, and Wakefield Park has been resurfaced over the course of the last 12 months, so even though these cars haven't been here before, they're proving to be very pacey. That's not one of them. That's Michael Stilwell having a spin down at the fishhook at turn 8. Manages to resume, but Neil McFadden, round 1 winner, under fire here from Stokel, who's in the gap at turn 2.
Another good move there, and talking of the new surface, you can see that it's that really shiny look to it, and if you listen, you can really hear the tyres squealing across the top of the surface, which is always a sign of a brand new, smooth track.
Now, Stokel has been playing the strategy game. He only used 1 run in qualifying. He did just 3 laps, in fact, so of their 6 new Dunlop tyre allocation, he's got a couple left up his sleeve for later on today, so he could be really well placed.
Absolutely, it's always a key in all the categories these days, is banking your tyres correctly. Some people try and be a hero, bring them all out in 1 or 2 races, others save them for the last race. It's always good to see these guys working on different strategies.
McFadden under fire, driving for Peter Dorman's M3 Motorsport team. Kicked off proceedings so well at Eastern Creek, but clearly that weight is just having a little bit of an effect on his car.
Yeah, I mean, 25 kilos apparently comes to about 2.5 tenths a lap. So with these identical cars, 2.5 tenths, trying to find that up around Wakefield is very difficult. Neil's struggling with that the weight ballast issue. We saw him dominate at Eastern Creek, and he's got his hands filled with Denyer. He's having a fantastic weekend. He's piling on the pressure.
Grant's done a lot of miles around Wakefield Park over the years in the Fujitsu V8 series, also in the V8 Utes. Here's a replay down at turn 10. And this is the pressure that Denyer is really starting to apply. And you can see how much faster he is off that final turn for the run down the straight.
Neil's driving very defensively at the moment, and he's trying everything to hold Denyer back. And I know Denyer's got the eyes on this weekend. He's going to be doing everything to try and get up into 4th and keep those points ticking along toward his championship.
Well, he's only 12 points behind Neil McFadden, 3rd in the championship coming into this weekend, and you can see there the fluoro number stickers on the back of the car. That is the indication of how many kilograms of weight ballast that they're carrying from the last round. But Denyer's up the inside now on the run to turn 1, and he did make that look pretty easy.
He did, and you can clearly see that Denyer's got the faster car at the moment, and he's just going to get the head down, turn that rear view mirror around, put his eyes on the top 3 and try and chase them down.
The R56 Mini Cooper Challenge car, brand new world debut. Look at Grant using all of the curbs.
You can see Grant takes this seriously. He's not just a pretty face. He drives these cars very well, and they're quite exciting to watch. You see him throwing the cars through turn 3 and 4. A lot of attitude on the cars, hitting the curbs, up on 2 wheels. As I said, they're not just a little mini on the road. These are proper purebred race cars.
David Turner making a move up the inside, down at the final turn on Damien Flack, who's a newcomer to the category this weekend, more experienced in Porsche racing in the GT Championship. A little bit slower in the Mini than the Porsche, but the racing is just as intense. Turn to the Western Australian, back up the inside. Nice move.
That was awesome, actually. It's a good thing about this category. We've got different level of drivers all the way through. Experienced drivers, newcomers that are just getting quicker every single time they get in the car. And this category just provides fantastic racing where they can throw it up the inside like a go-kart.
Just behind them was the Uberstar car being driven this weekend by Motor Magazine journalist Sean Cleary. But back up front, Paul Fiore has shown them a clean pair of heels.
He is. He's doing a great job. He's been under pressure the whole time. 1 lap remaining, and he's going to be doing everything to hold on for his first win for the year, and it'd be a great job if he did.
Nathan Gear in 2nd spot. A little bit of pressure just starting to come from Paul Stokel, who the last time he raced here was in a Lamborghini Diablo. It's a little bit of a change this weekend for him.
Yeah, just a little bit. Paul's driven all sorts of cars over the years, won lots of strange championships, and now we see him in the Mini Series, which is a huge acumen for the championship. And look how hard he's pushing. White line to white line on the inside and the outside. You can see the dust that's being flicked up every time one of these guys drops a wheel off the track, and it's clearly a pretty dry time of the year at the moment.
On the way home in the final lap of race 2 for the Mini Challenge, Paul Fiore leading the way. Only a corner to go for Paul Stokel to see if he can snatch 2nd spot from Nathan Gear and put that pressure on. It doesn't look like he's going to be close enough, so the Western Australian Paul Fiore, brother of Carrera Cup star Dean, making an impression on the mainland now, good and proper on this side of the East Coast. He'll take race 2 in the Mini Challenge. Paul Stokel hasn't got enough to get by Nathan Gear, so the young guys beating the experienced guys.
That's right, reverse grid pole sitter Gary Young, back down to 6th position where he finished race 1, and the young guys, despite the weight penalties, have got through to the front and taken out the podium positions.